What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If y'all never been here before, my name is Daniel Williams. This is the Cedar Ridge Chronicles. I want to welcome y'all. Now, question is, have y'all ever had a tree stand sabotaged to where somebody's trying to make you fall out of a tree? Well, if you haven't, or if you have, you may want to listen to this video. All right, a week or so ago, I did a video talking about a taxidermist in Indiana who had been arrested for not returning deer heads but taking money from customers. So, a few days ago, another report pops up on my phone where a deer hunter in Michigan has been arrested for sabotaging another deer hunter's tree stand on public land. Now, I don't know how the law reads in Michigan. If y'all live in Michigan, y'all please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you can leave tree stands on public hunting land as long as they're not permanently affixed to a tree. At least that's the way the law reads in Alabama. I'm pretty sure it's legal in Michigan also. As long as it's not permanently attached, as long as it's a removable stand, it can be left on public property. Now, that being said, you're taking a risk if you leave a stand on public land, obviously. I mean, it could get stolen, something could happen to it. But let me tell y'all what happened to this guy. This guy goes in, he's put up sticks in a tree with a lock-on tree stand, with a ratchet strap holding the top of his lock on. So the deer hunter goes in there to hunt his tree stand in October of 2020. He gets in there and there's a note stuck to his game camera, basically telling that he has taken somebody else's spot, that this is this other guy's spot, he needs to take his tree stand out, and leaves a phone number telling him to call him. So the guy leaves, goes home, I guess, and calls this phone number. Well, this guy proceeds to tell him that this is his place, that he doesn't need to be hunting in there, and basically has laid claim to this piece of public land. A couple weeks goes by, the guy decides he's going to go get his tree stand anyway. So he goes and he climbs up these sticks, gets in his lock on it. When he steps on it, the strap breaks and he falls to the ground. They say it's about 15 to 20 foot. Luckily, the guy was not seriously injured. He hurt his ankle, hurt his back, but nothing really serious. Now, I would have liked to have seen the guy wearing a lifeline, but that's neither here nor there. It's not something they talked about in this news report, but the guy's kind of freaked out, obviously. So he checks the strap, trying to figure out what happened. The strap has been cut nearly completely in two with a knife. I mean, you can tell where it's been cut. He calls 911, reports the incident, gives them this guy's phone number that was on this note, gets in touch with the DNR, they get involved. And they go and start doing a surveillance basically on this tree stand. The hunter goes back in, replaces his strap on the stand, and they start keeping an eye on it. So within a day or two, this guy starts sending text messages back to this hunter, talking about how I've got pictures of you, putting your stand back up. I told you not to come back in here. Apparently we haven't gotten anything worked out. You're being disrespectful, whatever. So he's turning these texts into the DNR. They're all keeping an eye on all this. So by the time these text messages are going through, the DNR is already investigating this guy. And they have now got images of the man cutting this hunter's strap again on his lock-on, just enough to where it'll fall out of the tree once he puts pressure on it. So they're able to obtain a warrant, go in there and confiscate the man's game camera. Well, he automatically accuses the hunter of doing this. He thinks this deer hunter has stolen his game camera. So he goes on social media and starts blasting him, and then dials 911 to report the camera being stolen. Well, when he does, this DNR official that's been doing this investigation receives the call. They confront the guy about what he did to this guy's tree stand. He admits to it and ends up getting arrested. I believe he received his sentence in 21 and is just now maybe being sent to jail for it. I think it's why the news report just came out. You'll have to look at the report yourself to see all the little details. Let me tell y'all what happened to me and my hunting partner this year. We keep several stands out on some public land in Alabama. And one of the first days that we went to hunt this year, my hunting partner went to go get in his stand early. It was probably 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe way before daylight. Walks in there, and y'all are familiar with the Summit Viper. It's got the 2 cables, goes around the tree, and backpack straps. When he gets in there to his stand, the top cable is gone. The bottom cable is still there. They didn't steal the cables off the stand. They just took the top cable, either stole it or chunked it off in the woods somewhere, so he can't climb the tree. Well, then the backpack straps have been cut off with a knife. They just left the ends of the straps on there. So then the stand couldn't be carried comfortably either. Figured they probably just did that just to piss us off and just to try and keep us from hunting in that area, trying to kind of lay claim to that piece of public land, which, really ticks you off. But we do cable our stands to a tree, so fortunately the frame was not stolen. And I don't think these people even meant to steal it anyway. I think they were just trying to tick us off or scare us, try to keep us from hunting in that spot. Now, fortunately, the stand was not tampered with in a way where it would injure you if you tried to climb it. The stuff was gone, it just couldn't be used. At least it wasn't a dangerous situation, but it really did make us paranoid as to what could happen. So what we started doing is taking the cables off of the stand, taking the seat off the stand, taking the straps, the backpack straps off the stand, and carrying that all out with us. When we go in there to hunt, we carry our cables and a seat, assemble the stand, and climb the tree. We do have the stand cabled to a tree with a padlock as far as the frame, but unless they saw through the frame with something, everything else should be pretty well taken care of. Now, obviously, we understand the risk of leaving personal property on public land. It's just out there for everybody to see. It's out there for everybody to take. And honestly, I don't even know if it's illegal to steal somebody's private property off a piece of public land. I don't know if it becomes public domain or if they would just tell you that you were asking for it in the first place. I really don't know. But for us, it's worth the risk because we hunt so far from the truck and you sweat so bad trying to get in there. And honestly, I don't have any business getting my blood pressure up that much for that long. So we just choose to leave the stands in the woods. But y'all give me y'all's opinion of what y'all would do in this situation. Also, if y'all leave stands on public property, what do y'all do to make sure that y'all are safe and okay when you go to climb? Are y'all checking y'all stands before you get in them? Because if you're not, probably really need to be doing so. I know that we have been, ever since somebody messed with my buddy's stand. Like, after seeing this news report now, it's got me really paranoid. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all watching this. Y'all go and check out that news report for yourself. There's going to be some stuff that I missed, I'm sure. But I just thought that was crazy. Thought y'all might be interested in hearing about that. So y'all have a good rest of the day. And we will see y'all in the next video.